Kwadokrom Road Aminia.
Oh, okay, and regional minister.
Okay, 8th September. On our day, asono above form. Mini apeni. President Jomama say, Senana do baby so the asobe bofoma. Ahimfuni mbisa no. Esan se o si oye sakawa. Any 419 aso the bofom. Ahimfuni mbisa ne say aso say a war budget 2020 budget mo ana. Any 2020 budget mo mun se mbisa na do say aso parliament aman approval of a loan inti a wojina so e de ba be bofom ana.
Document here, honorable member Ken, yeah, producer Mame, documenting on the screens. Now, your share for who said the air cannon, document a wohonomo. Now, documents in on the screens, loan agreements and other financial business presented to the house. Nina and Ocean. Said the house, a house of records.
That's right.
Parliament.
Yes.
Therefore, Muamobe Hunina, Ebuso.
They have all the records.
Great.
Enti Uba atebubu Kwame Danso Kwadokrom Road na Ofa 2020 budget page 160 and ekitami 2020 budget page 160 okay into Bekwa Bono East table 21 is critical regional roads projects program for construction in 2020 Inti Bono East Atebubu Kwame Danso 30 kilometers.
I see exactly
30 kilometers. And na 8th September no kwafo president oye nyamiama na Akufo-Addo is a gift from God to Ghana. Nyamia dum no dum nyansa yehu ekirade e hya se yehu adwumane. Ono the boff so boffom inti the 419 and
this verifiable
the 419 and ne sakawano and on the 9th September president esande asobo form for Nkranza Bono East region the district hospital
exactly I see exactly
and me records as a deputy majority whip, Majuma.
I see.
No.
On the screens, you know.
So, Osha, January, March, Numu. Osha document, take me at page 6. Commercial agreement, you know. You approve on the 1st June 2020. 1st June 2020. It is a Osha document, take me ya. Ubewu se bibia maken bia ewom document ekitami nti ono so ne saka wane wen se oba la general hospital president la ya 13th August president ya saw a form for la general hospital. Meanwhile, we gave the president the approval 31st March 2020.
Wow.
Upe document make it ya make am asemia. Oko page 7 e wo honomo. Sa shama de wo ha la de nso wo ha. La General Hospital, the term loan facility agreement between the government of the Republic of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Finance and the Standard Chartered Bank Lending as original lender, agent, structuring bank, and mandated lead arranger for an amount of 9,983,661 euros and 65 cents to finance the rehabilitation and equipping of La General Hospital. It was referred to the Finance Committee. Reported date, Omode report by 28 March 2020, approved 31st March 2020.
I see. We now go through.
I go through the commercial one and so on. Because we loan facility ni by the Finance Committee, a Beko Health Committee, no so on my La Inti President, former President. Why are you accusing a clean and a noble sitting president. Ghana kunyano and a ugu ufi. Me sure say in the history of this republic, me jitu museto de bia nipa ni bi tompen ayi nyina no ye kase enye se politics aye no sebe ye mto ye hompen enye fe nti obi oye bi sa bia no ye kan anim kase ne awaye no wan kase yi. But me sure say sitting president be I refer and as a former president or a sitting president I refer a former president or a sitting president say or your 419 or your sakawa da maintain da you started politics Dankwa Buzia Club 1991 and you started ye die chiria be seen ne the first MPP delegate conference here in Legon na mekam. He did 3 days. We promulgated our constitution. We elected Darochane Ajinim Boatenom. We elected President Dubois. And I've been part of MPP up to date and the Ghanaian politics up to date. May not sure say a sitting president any a former president be I refer a colleague president. So a 419 and Sakawa. And after this prover media ba any record am setting straight, you know. I expect the former president to do the needful, to apologize to the sitting president, because a Ghana fo nyina no odi atem esanse waka adifi afa Ghana konya bedwa kese na Ghana ni ba etna so eyo mampanyin no ehu no ogu ni fi no. Inti after my setting record in state, that record neither would you know, no. I expect him to do the needful, to come out and apologize to the sitting president. Minya Ofi la, okay say Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Urology and Nephrology Center.
Yeah, center also.
Also, President Kate at the Asobo form. Minya also commercial agreement was approved 31st March 2020 on so Ufri Hona Oba or Sansu Elimina Fishing Port and expansion project. So Bekaya on so every approval was given 3rd April 2020 commercial no loan commercial 4th April 2020. Voter region, there was a 5 district water supply project, and I call voter or the
and so
15th September. On the Asobo form.
But more approval loan.
Commercial loan was approved 4th April 2020.
I see.
The loan itself facility was approved 3rd April 2020.
Okay.
Per grant, interchange. And roads
Western region
Nina Ewoha Obechebi interchange Nina Papa Yemre no enti anka me bu page by page na ma cancel na me kan back even one district one factory a private company a buying a buano ama wetimi ebue adwuma a expand na yetimi edi ya dane ye noba anywhere we have comparative advantage in terms of agro commodities na ye dane ya din fidie dane ya ni yetimi a produce more covid bayi utimu se ahunhari anana this started 2017 ni nyina parliament majority members are ye nipa num di anim any committee chairman any committee members ye mu adwumaden ananaka says in a hurry and no na aboa yemre zip link approval nyina and the drones you look at the number of times drones aqua rounds ambulances came to parliament for approval aye ni nyina covid mu yetimi akokoden aye we nyina nti na oya uni apenye sa sebe ye de bibia kra sa to achi president current president ocha openyi ye de ni die man penny for me kasi yesusa so o papa down for back to abonten na wo ye ni abon de bia otimi discipline no asand wa befie na o papa ye den adanase by some 6 lashes to thank him uti basimu na penyi bia papa o ye student o ye younger pa o sore na penya ye den atrase ni edi ni die ma mfie omo fie koi omo anim chengen na o hwe uni apanyin na adwumaden a o ye na politics inti obeto ne hompen na nye just mpimbi keke o so utimi kase sitting president eye 419 no ye sakawa. He must come to needful. Now, Odi, baby, na mamenka se mi si yempo yenka se former president John Mama oye 419 and oye sakawa. Unim ni ntia meka se mi. Under the Kaiser agreement,
Kaiser
President Nkrumah signed for the Kosovo Dam. The Kaiser people had a lot of alumina in Brazil. So there was no need for them to work out with us to refine our own bauxite. You know, bauxite processing goes through refining, smelting. So you refine to get alumina, you smelt the alumina to get aluminium.
Yeah.
But because they wanted cheap power, in the bauxite industry, if you buy power more than 3.4 cents an hour, you will lose. You can't break even. So they needed to concentrate the Kosovo, the large capacity here, and then entered agreement with us and said, we cannot refine our bauxite. And they brought Vaco as a smelting plant. So Ghana couldn't refine our bauxite. Anytime be a Kosovo beba formu biya no, na say you pushes hydro capacity no, ye cheaper na ema Vaco. And Americans were using the executive presidential powers to bear on us. President Kufuor mreso pe na nyame domo yen.
All these years.
Me na me kachiro President Kufuor mreso pe na nyame domo yen. Say sense President Kufuor na one former President George Bush Senior. So on in Oxford. President Kufuor mreso pepepe na ne ba no so be president. Ti nsuo na wie na ehun ba asem na president so makwan na Vakufuor and the makwan me emfa chipa wa ne mam. Omo ntimi aftan say yonko a na da ye papa ntem ne omo papa ne ntem ntino they couldn't exert that executive influence on us. So Vaco has to sell Vaco. And President Kufuor bought it. And it cancelled that agreement that we cannot refine our own bauxite. We cannot refine our own bauxite. So when NDC came to power 2009, they should have pursued that agenda to work for us to refine our own bauxite. Because bauxite refinery and industry a big plus for Ghana.
Bauxite.
For generation of jobs and others, the sort of sika be nya ewomono enye kuma. We have a record that it could rake in $200 billion for mother Ghana.
200 billion.
Yes. The bauxite storage capacity it could rake in $200 billion.
Then, Honorable, it begs the question.
Let me finish. Let me finish this point. So you listen carefully.
Yes.
Now, instead of making sure we're refining that bauxite for Mother Ghana, Exton Cubic Limited. Exton Cubic Limited. On 29th October 2016. We're giving just a blatant agreement to refine.
A company belongs
to go and mine.
Company
and look, in Ashanti region, 3 sites of our bauxite deposit, Ghana's bauxite deposit in Ashanti region. Chichire, what was leased out for Exton Cubic Limited, Chichire 56.64 square kilometers. Chichire 56.64 square kilometers. In Pasaso 22 square kilometers. Shirayaso 32.648 square kilometers. Utota ni nyina 111.32 square kilometers. 79% of the bauxite deposit in this country. Bauxite deposit
the whole Ghana.
The whole Ghana nyame de dom o man Ghana no. Emu ohan chemu eduoson enkron na de mo ba kofo. A stone cubic. Nyame ne boy ye ho afofie. Say nyame na me dodom so. Ema yetimi win 2016 election. Now, fortunately for Ghana, Article 268 was flouted. That is why Parliament is critical. That is why I keep telling MPP4 say, Ejumadia MPs on MPP side in Parliament, and they are tired papechi with all this. There should be that consonance and connection.
Exactly. For
us to get majority to test near that, because there are a lot of instances in the Constitution that you need to test to go through. The 169 doesn't give to test. 184 and a matter to test. Into MPP ni na o constituency. Ne ye MPP ni so nyina. One ni was there you, one ni was there you. Chemu na ta na chi. Because minia nia obi chen 1 seat our parliament or chen 1 seat o de otro 1 our wall ye ho ne hu nye hu otro 1 our wall we hu a ne hu nye hu na mo wura parliament na obi chen 1 seat ni o de be ye no o de benya speaker or the benya first deputy speaker or the benya majority leader chairs the business committee. We determine day-to-day programs of the public business, but which, of course, is the president business. That must come to pass. And committees, apart from the subsidiary, apart from the public accounts committee, which the minority chairs, they will chair and control.
To test the nature, Samukuta to me.
No, Timinia, Nia can say. Even with this, yento ayampi bi emfa panyi bi ahoye. Yenkan kire panyi bi ema ya no mfom e wo no. We cry kire o a ono Supreme Court and the koduri. Ruling back from Supreme Court. Say no, you did not get parliamentary approval because Article 268 of the 1992 Constitution states that you need a ratification. You need ratification for mining leases, concessions to come to Parliament. Amanantino. It says, Ahohareso, 29th October 2016. You're from near the Ama. You're from near the Ama. Enti na omoyei. Ye co ruling of Supreme Court a rule in favor of the state. I will say in favor of the government, in favor of the state. Exton Cubic Limited went for review.
Honorable
went for review, and we review also went in favor of the state.
So the people of
Owusu,
Ghana,
as I speak to you, we've done an act called Ghana Integrated Aluminium Corporation. My person will one Mensa is the chief executive, working very cautious and to start refining bauxite. And I tell you, there are 2 game changers for going forward in this country financially. 2, Ananado. Any young parliament, majority, say Mensa Dano, na Buafo. adwasa for me yindam ne kyereme ye na aboafo ne ya pass ni nyina onu uhwe sika me boy $200 billion billion enye million o billion dollars ye to toa sisi kohwe bebi o matutu enye covid ya anka me na enye ye covid ye ba ya kabana but I'm told say last year kosra energy committee kohwe ni o matutu nyina kama as a say no foundation no male partners say ba no money state no Ghana integrate this bibia has been done and chekura ye best starting ono counting you see a raw box site no yeah export. The second one is the iron and steel, which is also done Ghana integrated iron and steel. Who fund it is a management board ni adinya ukoswe adwuma o maye preparatory work because adwuma no ni kasie ni nyina ni preparatory work. It is a foundation o maye hu bibia kama ekoso aye baba yon ono. Can you imagine iron and steel steel ni hu derivative bauxite and its derivatives the kabeba na timna bo mani akoyeni ono kura no ye ni atem ye ma ya no mpai na nia oye no kwafo a clean person like Nana Akufo-Addo, very clean. Me ka oma ye osha Nana into Commonwealth Fall 1991 no be ka Dankwa Buzia club ho asem kire yen e wo Lagos University of Ghana na mo Commonwealth Fall intelligence team count sneak team God bad die no. Now there was habeas corpus amendment law. There was a ban on politics. You cannot do politics. You can't do politics. Yeah. So we have to see. Hey, and Kabana tsemu hey. CDS ni militia fogwa. Eba be gwaye ano. Ni edwane fam Me, I was taken to the CDR headquarters and the Supreme Court. I was taken there. Commonwealth guys, they be Dede and some family ready. We fought. We're part of the game to fight for the democracy of this country. Ono kurano mimia yen kansem bonibi. Emfa nia oyemu. Na wo hwe mpuntuntuma aye ba aye. How did Nana start? When Nana said he was in a hurry, he is in a hurry. And how did he start? Oh, Nana started quickly. He created more districts and municipality. Nanya keto wese okakra. Yintime support. Na mpuntu nyede embra. Quickly, the development authorities. You see, enti Nana yenuaneti ano oka Nana Akufo-Addo asema na obi apeso osori gina ho. Me can they be say I am so happy in my heart of heart, that I've been part of this parliament that is supporting the most cleanest and the most hardworking president.
Great, honorable. But the way said the honorable Anim, Edin Samne to 2-1. He sounds too good, and of course, I'm sure that he really deserves a comeback. And again, I have to say that he's very intelligent man, very intelligent. That's why we're Deputy Majority Chief with our 7th Parliament of the 4th Republic. And of course, Mel Bison has said, honorable question, day 2 amount. Maybe say, in a man's eye, we want to understand reasons behind why Exton Cubic or whatever they call themselves, this judgment as slash on face, and then they have to do the pushback. That pushback, does it sound that they are only concentrating on their self-interest as a company belongs to former President Mahama's brother Ibrahim, or is it about the collective interest of Ghana? Think about that question. But Minister, then again comes or catalog a lot of infrastructure developments. Do you confirm all these figures? Say yes, visibly projects were Ashas or Krumwon?
Sure.
Under the figures reference.
Say, all the kind of more background, say, a House of Records, Parliament. And these are the records, checkable records. and it will be a doubt it could not be me. They are genuine. And Mamenka Asamba Conso, missing the idea, and so Mehuras Rokasana Rutipa.
Yeah.
He's part of His Excellence and another Danko Kufuado's government.
Success.
So Ghanaians could see. Say, Timmy Kurahe, or technically, even bench Kurani at technically. But see the wisdom that is displayed here. Back to his submission. And if you could have a president who is telling you that indeed there is money in this country, have you found that's the connection?
I'm aware of the steel, no.
No, yes, that is the connection. And then two, when you have a generational thinker as a president, now Onosane Kachere will say, indeed there could be a Ghana beyond aid. And this is what Guinea Fema Sebe, Nidia Quaneso, and Yadia Obetina see
beyond aid.
Untimen Tiase. Pachawatase. Untiase, because Ghana Siska was Hana Scanowahi. Sikani Ghana, which government could pay for free SHS? And globally, it's still a challenge. But Ghana, yeah. There was a day that I had opportunity to meet with Mr. President, just after election. I said, Papa, anti free SHS. You bet to me, I said, yes, we are going to do it. And in September, he was so specific. I said, wow. And indeed, in September, they are rolling free SHS. First phase. Look at the challenges that came, and look at the way, even in the midst of COVID. Just and the one Papa we, I'm not surprised. Papa, I can say God sent another Danko Kufuado, and the time is so right. Now, na minya kwenya sa meka say, or one of the president what me form in a government at the fastest rate of speed, and wanyaneko because we are trying a political bench at cherry now all the relating to Bible God was preparing him for the throne, and to say okasa ana oraye na dia na obinam sebe ni de kwanso na otutuja to kansem basabasa sebe ya na oyare hosem because MPP government a very serious government ye kura ye nkola ye mo he papa sebe baby your power but we have sacrificed to serve this nation until we cannot have any time to play and to say Papa Sunday said Ghana could be a nation beyond without aid. What I say, this is the reference point, because if we could have our bauxite refined into alumina and this and the process, Papa Roka Bibi he said 200 billion. The reference point was not the refined, the raw state.
Wow.
Yes. So considering the value chain,
exactly the value chain,
we are going to look up to about $450 billion.
Then we are about steel, no so.
Exactly. That I know they're done baby. We haven't talked about the gold. Ashanti gold na batutumu. Yena na ebomi mu ase otumfo setu. Kosre se debut. Ajuma ya nananum ajuma wo ya ho pagya obo ase ne asante mai. Enti o mampanyini bi atwam. Ka betimi a ye ho biribi. Majuma hentina se because it's part of Ashanti's heritage and for that matter Ghana. I heard the men and I can was to major yamabe. And your best at here for say, yes, second opportunity. Abraya tested His Excellency and another Danko Kufuado. ably assisted by Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Baumia. Na your delivery tracker. Emma identity of projects. The Enam African campaign. Nana is asking to myself for more for Nana.
Great. Minister.
My main faba and Toso.
Yeah.
Say, Omampanyini ba bunu ise. Senanka obe commission projects in Kwa as per the position of the delivery tracker and capture all the projects. In fact, nasa boho sunomne sanketenkete here na omampanyini da the timide helicopter ko commission he bikanwa. Trust me, say anka obedi 2 months. Bunu East only anka irengwe 11 municipalities and district assembly. Me no catch all. Opa. Kosre that opportunity. Sa opportunity him my.
I see.
Now yes say we would do like almost 10 projects a day. Anka be hunu. Ye nyo baby a ofrim kransa on say sword cutting. Ayi papa ne kai. Ye free o ye sane ko wa ma ne Zoom Lion. Bashish a composite plant arrangement. Okay, say or promise Ghana the cleanest city.
Yeah.
People thought say oh sorry no pape. Now Ghana a clean a process. And he's working out the details now.
He's working out the details.
Exactly, because now your commission your kate sword for composite plants. Zoom Lion Robesi. And my information indicates that a Nyamenkwameho region, all the 6 newly created regions, we are going to have what call a mortuary Kolebua offset.
Yeah.
Be said, Esi, while person who had the Kura, Menekahe, Ko na Kokofe, a Bani, and Urobu Ghana, and Untinimene, Mem Senior, Yeti Hasabri. And TSR Ghana for governance is a very serious business. And yet, Makabi also can deal. Mentimian yet no, I got you $10 billion beer papa beka, a home yasem evidence any euro Bempah at the better way. And yes, our promise is in you. We are talking about transformational agenda. A basis. Omampanyine tumire actually see. Now we share alumina processing. Now we share 1 district, 1 factory. My define by Quanchera what year agro-based farmer or support to factory. That farms alone can feed the factory. But let me tell you one revelation around it. They have established 18,000 outgrowers in support to that factory. A kate across 7 districts. Nkransa North and South, Atebebu Amantin, Seni East and West, Pro East and West. Because by be a bit me convey banche or cassava within 24 hours be a good raw material for the factory. And within all this place, and to be critical rules of Mampanyini de Behe. One fundamental pillar was to create access. Because outgrower be a Nkransa, that's a factory see Amantia. We need root.
That's right.
But what I say. And you see the connection when we are talking about Ghana beyond Ada. And I'm trusting God that Senyankupon Buana Ghana for a confirme Nanado Danko Kufuado for 4 more years. All this vision would be realized. And Ghana would rise up. There will be an explosion.
Yeah.
Because if your railway is the okay, time God is bed, no time railway is buying. It brought financial explosion.
Yeah.
And now we are doing larger numbers of kilometers. Far.
Yeah.
And to say, Unyo Mampanyini say, Papa, if you are not doing it, you should be praying with him every morning and evening. Say, Yamemana ordine. Na omana junior or the royal Jumayi on Sanimamuno Emano. Now he will lead a democracy that will take us into the next 30 years.
Yeah.
And Ghana will see the expected transformation. Amaya to say China. Malaysia, India, and we are not far from that.
We are not far from that. Honorable, quick one on 1 second. Would you kase bit is Honorable Chief Whip Kayina referencing Mahama Kanizia. Now, at the apex of the politics, saith former president to a sitting president, coming from a military background, such language, you know, at the very apex of the election, at the heat of it, such language are coming not from the grassroots, but from the top. What does it define the upcoming elections, connecting from the violent aspect of it as a former military officer?
Actually, I have never been into military, but I've studied security. So I have a security background. For his point, I sense a little frustration there. So for me, I don't take it that serious. You understand? That could settle the pace.
Okay.
So I don't see any problem regarding the upcoming election. And so do I believe that many Ghanaians, because the argument of propaganda is almost out now.
I see.
Now, NSMT, other media station, they were talking about set the record straight, do this. It is a year because of delivery tracker. Even the media is recomposed.
Yeah.
So, and this time around, you can't go and buy sugar and put it in a factory. And we should have been seeing sugar bags. If we have eco juice, very soon cassava industrial starch will come from Amantina Agro Processing. Exactly. You see the bags in truckloads, everything, shiploads, and they'll be going as an evidence. Minim so china mo betimi akoto a Commander Sugar. One bag.
Commander Sugar Factory.
I wanted to give you the report.
But Honorable, you have to come back.
May say
yes.
The report on the Commander Sugar.
You said the
full copy.
That's right.
The report on it. It cannot. I wonder how they were able to show a bag of.
Okay, Honorable, show me. No wrap up.
These are the distinctions that one needs to draw, because factories are President Akufo-Addo alidi amaye build Ghana. I mean the thinking estate. That is the one word that I will use.
Great.
Because as factories are Nina Robiya Juma Ghana. Near agro base starts with a farm. You know, you could even resort Senka Amantia Agro Processing, Bempah outgrowers and it also doesn't protect factory. They can go on strike one day. What do? So they have their farm to feed the factory, and then they have outgrowers. They can determine price. There could be a negotiation between the two. So Obia is win-win situation. So Obi say we will see factories. I mean, Obi run TSA because you are not there. What I say? I hire video, so and some of us say him fee and Tiankasa basa. But in some maybe on us one shiny, one tree crana, or yatra urban dress. And traditionally, o kasete penina o krawa kasete nti nsemi na ne kayeden. But I thank God that say I feel campaign be media no boaye enye say mem senior candidate and also can wo de my sorry ma listeners, and you set them confused because who are we driver here who are in the position me ma come there yes wala ono so candidate wala no. The media should move from that point to where they say that no, the researchers are telling us that, my friend, you are lying. So don't talk. You understand? Somewhere, sir, Anka Obia runs or in Kojaka scanner, Dokubi Nibabi Metrase, paper shen button propaganda, and I mean, you will be a fine opportunity at the media space. Expensive as it is, because I'm a businessman, I understand what airtime means, especially with prominent media stations like this. And then Papa Panyumo by Chile Ade Hedao. What the faha or the baby, you know, what the faha or the baby. If this is the argument, then it's better say, oh, my young woman, watch your son or will be uncle. Yet, you have a padamanim. A dance and something my boss on the paper. Abba, otherwise, we be a day. Oh, that is Sunday, imagine or Chireme, Anthony about at TNT. Yamin should I at your phone? Mamma, wow, yeah. At table Bukwame down so Government Assurance Committee, I'm a member. I'm still a member.
Assurance Committee?
Yes, we call Parliament 2013. I'm just a second timer. In 2014, Government Assurances Committee, because now the NDC has indicated that Sakwano or more.
Oh, it's more for verification.
So, Government Assurance Committee, our job assigned to us by the 1992 Constitution is to cross-check on promises and pledges made by ministers.
And we check.
We went there, including the MP, no? Including the MP or the sample Chumesi. I say Government Assurances Committee. I'm saying it on record. Nothing. Nothing. You see, where Maminka say me I want to justify to people one disease, one factor, papa boss. Na man for who say any fruit. Na ye Jumadinya Parliament, ye president, ya support na ye. There's a company called Petersford and Ray Limited. TA. Request for waiver when you approve no 20th March 2020. Request for waiver of import duties. DO waiver. Says can I sank about BEM.
Okay.
But you support one district, one factory for that company, Petersford and Ray Limited, to open up one district, one factory. They've taken some facility from the Exim Bank. So government want to support them. So they can establish the factory.
That's right.
And yes, sugar, they are about 34 units, operational units, were absent. Commander Sugar, 34 operational units were absent.
Why?
So they can process. They can process. I say, I'll bring you the report.
Yeah,
a full page report. Large report, Ankasa. I have a copy I've read through. So I know what I'm talking about. Request for waiver of import duties, import VAT, get fund levy, NHIL levy, and Exim levy amounting to the Ghana cedi equivalent of 609,478 United States dollars and 73 cents on materials, plant, machinery and equipment or parts to be procured by the Petersford and Ray Limited under the implementation of the One District One Factory program. Obaha. This was approved 22nd July 2020. Request for waiver of import duty, import NHIL, import get fund levy, import VAT, Exim levy amounting to the Ghana cedi equivalent of 28,251,258 United States dollars on machinery, equipment, raw materials to be procured by Casapreco Company Limited under the One District, One Factory program. Akura, Obaha, this was approved 17th July 2020. Request for waiver of import duty, import NHIL, import get fund levy, import VAT, Exim levy amounting to the Ghana cedi equivalent of 1,208,404 United States dollars on machinery, equipment, and raw materials to be procured by Akum Energy Ghana Limited under the One District, One Factory program. Another one at Twasun, another one at Twasun.
Great.
Accra. So you see, we'll come back.
That's right.
let me end by saying that. Let me end by saying that. Let me end by. I wanted to show you something. Come out. Yes. This that I have. In the 7th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana, record of bills. Well, almost about 120 bills, and they are passing into an act. They are passing to, and I have all the records here. We have to withdraw. You see, I have shown it. Withdrawn on this, relayed on this, determination of agency, motion adopted, determination of agency, every record, BBR, every. So great. This is it. These are regulations. Regulations are from 2017. On the 6th or on the 9th, we are going back to Parliament.
Wow.
To go and work. COVID time near Juma. Partial lockdown. We were in Parliament. 1st May, but when in 1st May, then holiday. Saturday and Sundays.
Leadership. This Parliament,
this 7th Parliament, we've worked more than any other, including parliamentary staffs, support near there with the leadership, and your committee. Now, Medica say yes, MP4. Yes, we need the 2/3 majority. Yemfasa koka nketinketibina emfa hwemro bia ento yechi. Can you imagine? Say, Minia, I want you to tell me if there's any household that hasn't gotten free senior high. Me say any household you count to a fear organ and families. You family be a war Ghana.
It's honorable.
Free senior high.
Yes, I be me line back. Of course,
come before the record.
Shannon say, Messiah the honorable member, but House of Records will be proven in the chairman Nioma added na kwemati. So I mean sorry, weekend is Saturday and Sunday program will be repeated. Now watch at 3 p.m. What's it? Then Nioma added na kwem. Shannon's I Prophet Francis Kofi Annan, owner general overseer, I'm a Realities of Heaven Ministry International Church. Kumasi nyame adma Sunday mu ye inauguration. Miami junior brother. Nyankopon come on na Kumasi for monko support. No what's it? The general overseer, I'm a Reality.
Yensho national agenda so free you ada copy efiada no panon kon copy se nondu bebo medin edeyaw amufa boache yentena ase yenhwe se de ensem no esi etie so men tie ye ni yi a eye nyina ye dia na 2 TV ene o man FM na de ebrewo
when you post media management boss mi pacho function via makubia no bon LD sa boss okay Uri January, minimum day.
I don't grow, say, yes, it's a whooping phone, Papa, and then a Nadia. I just a work of Franco Trading Enterprise. From here, also be a whooping here. This is a work of Franco Trading Enterprise. Maybe I know say any phone on one or phone, and then a Canadian. So we will be a root to a Franco Trading Enterprise. Once also our father fuck a credit and Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco Trading Enterprise. Phone Papa
a matter for any more flower, but one who na money ye mo kwakata so kura want to minna. Papa baby do a kajnemu. Wa shesako de yabo wa mo tesu a wajini hu anye. Guafinison, diphenhydramine, sodium citrate, and a menthol no wa carbon would ya you papaye. Pofakov Junior, and so yama mofra dantemu. Minimu cross or throat, the animina sekikano, and ya de wabo wama dan the quancronso. Why ye Pofakov Los Angeles Secretary Diaswa, yet tita fre. Pofakov adult to see and penny for dear, and to phone Copoku Pharma Limited for Mesa, Fred 020 2055089. Poku Fama! Ya Pomade Farabain.